No, there wasn't. There was not a Legend of Zelda anime. Hi guys, welcome back to Nichosis Podcast. I think that was a good way to start.
Yeah.
Right as it's the perfect time to drop an "excuse me, princess" quote.
Yeah.
The reference would be lost since you just cut in right now.
It's too much. Make it stop, please. I never want to hear that again. All right, so this is the first official recording.
My boy.
My boy.
Dinner.
Do you guys want to?
Heroes.
We can talk about YouTube poops if you really want. Boggle.
I think we better talk about single blind testing and why double blind testing is better.
Let's go ahead and start with that, shall we? So today, we always bring snacks to this, right? I brought some cheddar popcorn.
He brews and bakes.
That is even though I just bring snacks.
Fresh made popcorn.
So I got pretzels, all that kind of stuff. And Donald over here decides I'm going to bring some delicious caramel popcorn. So he brought Crunch and Munch and also Fiddle Faddle, which we have learned is basically the exact same thing. But is it? That's the question.
Both made by our friends at ConAgra.
Yeah, literally made by the same company. So we have poured them into little bowls, and we are going to blindly taste test them. I'm the only one who knows which one's which. I'm going to try not to be biased.
Also known as a single blind test.
Yes. They're all very blind in this.
We participated in.
I don't actually like peanuts, but
it's actually not a double blind unless the administrator doesn't know either.
You're not going to taste it, right?
Wait, if we mix... Oh, crap. If we don't pay attention to which pile we brought it from, then how do even we know?
I know which one's which.
How do you eat? They look different. Okay.
yeah, they do.
One's yellow.
That's why I have to be here.
I know which one's.
I could have just labeled the bowls, but that's way too hard.
What if we eat it all
Too
and
much
there's nothing
effort.
left for you to
Not
check?
worth
We did it last minute.
Just don't move your bowls from now on.
Would it be cheating to check which one of these is more yellow number 4?
That's okay. So that's our first observation. One is clearly more yellow than the other. That's for sure.
Yes.
I think.
It appears to have a clear consistency of the caramel.
Yeah.
And a
Let's
slightly
start with that one.
More viscous coating. Okay, start with the yellow one.
Start with the yellow one right here. There we go.
Popcorn is very fluffy.
Yeah.
Very popcorny.
They de-seeded it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really strong caramel flavor right at the start. Very sweet.
Although not like a
But
real
light.
caramel flavor, it's more like an artificial caramel flavor.
Yeah, it's very like Milky Way caramel
Kind
topping.
of butter. It's more butter.
It is buttery, yeah. There is a nice butteriness. I actually really like that. Nice crunch.
I found one with a peanut. I'll try that.
Yeah. You really get... There's almost actually kind of a burnt flavor from the caramel, which is nice. Pretty authentic. I like it a lot. It was really good.
A smooth flavor.
Actually, the peanuts made it worse.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty disappointing.
Oh, that's funny.
Usually, I like peanuts and
Interesting.
Cracker Jacks, but
Yeah. Oh, we should have Cracker Jacks. Make it a three-way
man.
test.
Oh man.
Those are the same thing too.
Go get some.
This is a very common type of snack, apparently, to make. All right, let's go with the other bowl now.
quick palate
This one's
cleanse.
much more
Water.
opaque looking.
More, it's a tan color.
Mm-hmm.
Start with pieces without.
The other one was a very clear yellow. So, all right, here we go. Ryan is now opening a different snack as we taste
A
it.
different caramel popcorn stack.
Because he doesn't like peanuts. Hilarious. This one's a lot more muted.
Yeah, less
I feel like just in general.
flavor. It's more sugary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and more crunchy, I think, from the outside. There was a nice caramel aftertaste, but
It's not as airy. It's a little more dense. to it.
Yeah, that one was practically a marshmallow. How smooth it was. Which
that's true.
you could look at as poor if you want to crunch your popcorn and not a mushy one.
Yeah, this is definitely more sugar than.
Yeah, very
More sugar, less flavor.
Very sugary.
Oh look, I got a peanut now.
I feel like the other one had a more complex flavor.
Oh,
There's
this.
more put into
I would say
it.
this one is better peanuts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so too.
Yeah, it's kind of boring. Honestly, after a couple, it feels like you're eating just sugar.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I could eat a lot more of the other one.
Yeah.
Popcorn,
That'd be more one I'd rather snack on.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go with the first one. It definitely is my favorite.
I'll agree.
Cool.
It just nice saltiness too to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
More buttery. So, which one do you think that is, you guys? I'm gonna let you guys guess.
Well, as soon as I looked at the nutrition facts, and Crunch and Munch is the high fat one, and Fiddle Faddle's the high sugar one, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So to go by this, I think I like the one that I think was more fat and less sugar. So if I had to guess, I'd say that one is the Crunch and Munch.
Donald?
Well, I'd say first one would be Fiddle Faddle. Second one's Crunch and Munch.
Oh.
So thinking opposite. And Donald is correct.
Oh, really? I was wrong too.
Yeah, it's actually quite surprising.
Yeah.
I actually agree with Andrew, even though I knew which one was which. I would actually agree with Andrew. But Fiddle Faddle is definitely the better caramel peanut covered popcorn.
Yes.
Mm.
So there you go.
I personally avoiding the peanuts and just going for the popcorn.
Yeah, that's true. So hey,
Yeah,
Fiddle
proud to eat.
Faddle's awesome, turns out.
You want to eat it?
This programming is paid for by Fiddle Faddle.
Not really.
We're not sponsored by Fiddle Faddle. No, that'd be awesome.
Please support the official release.
Please support the official release.
Send us other flavors.
Fiddle Faddle, the abridged series.
Okay, I almost got other flavors.
Oh, man. All right.
Now combine them.
That's not
Might
bad.
actually work.
There you go.
Let's do that. We're now combining. I hope nothing explodes when we do this.
This is in Super Saiyan form.
This isn't even my final form. It's actually really good. It's got the butteries of the Fiddle Faddle, but the nice peanutiness of the Crunch and Munch. Yeah, a little. That's a mouthful, Andrew. Really good together. That's funny.
Are these both available at your local Dollar Tree? There's only
Yes.
one.
I think so.
Yep.
So there you go. You can have as much Fiddle Faddle as you want.
Is there a lead content listed here anywhere?
I wouldn't be that surprised.
Vitamin A.
Speaking of Dollar Tree, I just bought some instant coffee from there.
It's a bold move, Colin. Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah. So I was talking to my girlfriend April, who had tried this dollar store instant coffee. Said it was the most vile thing she's ever drank in her life. So in the future, I'm going to do. We're planning a video. I want to do it with her, and if you guys want to join, that's cool. I mean, maybe it'd just be. I don't know if any of you like black coffee though.
I'd drink it.
Donald, maybe.
I could give my opinion as someone who hates coffee.
Yeah.
It'd be a different
Perfect.
opinion.
But
Which
I
one
want
I
to.
hate
Do
more?
I hate it more
wanna-
or less than
I want to do
regular coffee?
a blind taste test with like that coffee, like Insomnia, Pete's, and just a bunch of like local coffee shops and like Starbucks and stuff.
I'll probably be able to pick up the notes. Like, ooh, I hate that one's charcoaliness. It's a nice, terrible, bitter finish.
I
High
love the
acidity.
horribleness of this. But me and her are both very much coffee people. So hey, we can try Coffee People. That's a brand too. So yeah, that'd be fun. I kind of want to do a lot more tasting stuff because food videos are just fun. So, yeah. I'd like to have you guys in some reviews and stuff too. I think it'd be fun.
Just like when you watch those Hell's Kitchen episodes where they blind taste test ice cream and they get everything wrong.
Yeah,
You're like, what's wrong with you
guys
people?
are horrible chefs. It's because they all smoke too.
Yeah, exactly.
It ruins your palate, man. Yeah, I always find that hilarious. I mean, I cook a lot too, so I mean, like, I'm like, man, I'm like better than some of these people. It's like
professional chefs. It's like strawberry, still like coconut. It's like, what's wrong with you?
tastes like beef, chef. So true. I'm still eating Fiddle Faddle.
It's so good.
I'm staying away from that terrible orange popcorn.
Yeah, so this cheddar
The one I
popcorn
just grabbed?
on the table is also from Dollar Tree. And you can tell because it's terrible.
No,
Have
I've
you
never
bought the same
tasted
company?
cheddar popcorn that isn't terrible.
Oh, I've
So.
had good cheddar popcorn. Dude, at the beach, you get some really good cheddar popcorn. Seaside has some really good
I
popcorn
like that
shops.
Smart Food white cheddar.
Oh yeah, classic. That's good.
Is this made by the same company?
This
Fiddle
podcast
Faddle?
is
It's
sponsored
probably.
by Seaside.
I have a theory that Fiddle Faddle's company makes every food.
I think it's a fact. I think Nestle owns everything.
That's
Just about, man.
There you go.
Yeah, that's actually almost true.
Nestle owns me even. Sponsored by Nestle. That'd be awesome. Can we get Nestle to sponsor this podcast? Oh, good to move.
Stealing our water.
Have you had Nestle
of course.
water? It's
No.
terrible, dude. It's horrible.
Is it possible to bad water?
Yeah.
Barring Flint.
Yeah, Dasani also. Dasani's terrible too.
I drank by my sink.
Yeah, we're in Oregon, so we have really good tap water. Very, very blessed in that way. Hashtag blessed.
What's weird to me is when it says it's just water and like it doesn't have any minerals added to it, and it's supposedly made with the same process as this other brand of water, so it's not going to have any more or less minerals supposedly, and they taste different. And
It's
you're like, what
completely
did
different.
you do to this?
How?
All water with a pH of 7 tastes the same to Brian.
Yeah. He says that because his water bottle says
pH of
9.5
9.5 or higher.
I do like alkaline water like that.
I do too.
It's good.
Reminds me of work today. I come in and they complain the pH is too low in the line, but the chemical concentration is too high. I'm like,
Like, how?
how'd you do that?
Science.
They probably had leftover acid from the weekend rinse
You're
out.
like, guys, why did you
I
break it?
hope.
Yeah.
I hope. Otherwise, science took the day off.
Science like, no thanks. I don't want none of that crap, said science.
It's like when I'm at work and people ask me to come fix a problem on their computer, and I'm like, why'd you break it?
It's your fault. You have such a radically different job than me, Andrew.
Or me.
I'm like, oh man, there's not enough Parmesan chicken breast on this platter inside this case. And you're like, man, this acid chemicals are just not chemical enough.
I'm just like, man, these network cables just aren't long enough.
But for Donald, we can get some delicious soft serve.
Speaking of
It
sponsored
is
by
good
Dairy
soft
Queen,
serve.
I think
Sponsored by Dairy Queen.
I think Midnight Truffle is one of my favorite blizzards.
Mm,
Second place, maybe the Chocolate Extreme, but Midnight
chocolate
Truffle.
extreme. I like the silk pie one.
I pretty much
two of those are
exclusively
gone.
get the Butterfinger Blizzard.
Which ones?
Chocolate Extreme's never leaving. That one's a
That's
permanent
not gone.
flavor.
It's midnight.
You got rid of
Truffle.
silk pie? What's wrong with you?
Pie pieces are gone.
So,
You did this.
so
No.
This is your fault.
they're,
Well, me.
they're seasonal. Midnight Truffle and
No, they're just discontinued.
Sick.
until we bring them back, like Taco Bell did
Exactly.
with a new
Right.
beefy crunch.
Yeah,
Taco.
brand new.
Sponsored by Taco Bell.
Man, we are sponsored by a lot of people. We have a lot of money
We're
right
making a
Wow.
lot.
Man.
With all the money we're making, we could buy another box of Fiddle Battle from Dollar Tree.
Yeah, so many boxes of Fiddle Faddle we could buy.
A whole 2 boxes.
Incredible. I love Taco Bell, man. Sponsored by Taco Bell.
How about a Big Mac?
I mean, the beefy crunch burrito for $1, it's pretty solid.
Mhm.
If you don't mind paying for it afterwards.
You know,
It's a pay half up front.
you know what's
kind of
funny?
deal.
I never have had that problem with Taco Bell.
Me neither.
I've gotten, I have a more upset stomach.
Yeah.
Like, not violently sick, but just
Yeah.
all that grease. And
Sure.
It's just,
Depends on how much you eat.
yes,
how often.
exactly.
I think that happens if you just eat greasy food in general.
Yeah.
It also depends if you're eating it. I mean, a lot of times when you're eating it, it's also you're staying up till 3 a.m. drinking like Mountain Dew, which
Yeah.
compounds the problem.
That doesn't help anything.
So me in high school, in
Yeah,
other words?
all
All of
everyone
us
in
in
high
high
school,
school.
literally
Oh, that's
every
true.
American
All
in
of
high
us.
school ever.
I don't drink Mountain Dew.
Well, I don't like Mountain Dew
I
either.
haven't
Well,
But
I did-
years,
I don't
but I used to
anymore.
drink it by the gallon.
I don't like regular Mountain Dew or even
Yeah,
their
it's gross,
their
man.
cherry or pitch black that still tastes. They have that flavor that I don't like, but Baja Blast actually
Baja Blast is
doesn't
great.
taste
I
like.
Love
Baja Blast was the only flavor of Mountain Dew I didn't like. I liked every other flavor.
Dude, that Mountain Dew Black Label is so good.
It just tastes like pitch black to me.
No,
it was different,
My,
though.
my
It's so
friend my friend
smoother
said
to me.
it's exactly the same as pitch black, just recanned.
Well, no, it didn't. It didn't taste like pitch black 2. It tasted like pitch The
original Pitch Black, which is out now again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny that they're both out.
I had a can of Black Label, and it still had that taste that Mountain Dew has into it, so I was disappointed.
I thought it was smoother.
Have you had Surge lately?
But
no.
Oh, did you try it? Yeah, dude, it's great.
It's like Mountain Dew,
good.
but better.
It's like really
almost
smooth
every way.
Mountain Dew, yeah.
How about Mellow Yellow?
Mellow Yellow's good too, yeah.
I just go for root beers or Cokes or Dr. Peppers.
Yeah, I mean,
usually.
I usually don't go for citrus. I'm pretty much always Pepsi.
You like dark soda?
Pretty much always a Pepsi guy.
I like herby stuff, you know. I like my tea over my coffee.
Yeah.
I'm drinking my 1893. I actually had a can of my ginger 1893 cola on the way over here.
That stuff's great. Dude.
Both the 1893 flavors are absolutely
like
great.
Super solid.
I've always loved citrus
I just reviewed
soda.
those recently.
So I like Squirt, and there was one they had out in the early 2000s called Citra.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude.
I don't think they've
classic
had it
Citra.
since like 2004.
Man.
But
So 90s. It was like insane.
Yeah, but
Well, I mean,
end of 90s, early 2000s.
Well, that was still the 90s though.
I know.
It's like exactly the same.
90s weren't quite over yet in 2003.
like you can gauge it from they were still showing Gushers commercials where kids' heads turn into fruits.
Yes.
Like that's how you know the 90s was still going on.
I
Is
miss
watching
the 90s.
that commercial.
So good.
It's just true,
When
man.
they took like first one down, that was the end of the 90s.
That was it.
Nickelodeon magazine, please.
Nickelodeon magazine.
In
please.
a couple years, we're gonna have a That 90s show.
Yeah, there you
to
go.
replace the That 70s show.
That would be
Oh
awesome.
man, then I'll know I'm
I wanna be
truly
in
old.
there. Man, yeah. So many good 90s things. Speaking of which, Ecto Cooler's coming back.
Say what?
High C
Oh,
Ecto Cooler for the new Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters 3. Which do we even know anything about it?
It's a reboot completely.
Well, just everyone's so busy bashing it, but I don't know if we've seen any like actual trailers.
there
yet.
is a trailer on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's a trailer.
Dude, I had the toy of the ghost capture device they used in Ghostbusters.
Yes, we did.
Do we even remember what it was called? I don't remember. It's been a long
We're
time.
think it has
gonna,
like
lose our nerd cards.
Yeah, I know.
No,
Well, it's been so long since I've seen it.
Yeah.
But no, I had that toy and I was so psyched. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna catch all the ghosts.
Catch so many ghosts. Oh my gosh. We had the best toys, man.
Now we have Pokemon.
Now we just have Pokemon. Still. Andrew, is your phone going off right now?
Yeah, probably someone from work.
Let's listen in on
Hello,
Andrew's-
this is Andrew speaking.
This is really exciting.
Hey, Omar.
It's Omar.
No problem.
It's Omar.
Developer, and so Val took a look at everything and he found that the U for the KCL was clogged.
Oh, that would be bad.
Thought that might help, and after a few minutes, we took another sample. That second sample was a little higher pH. This time it's 11.0. And so I wanted to see if you had any ideas for what we could do. Val recommended we dump half the developer vent and replace it with water.
Yeah, doing a partial DNR would work. So the KCL is now open. It wasn't before KCL.
This is very exciting.
But if the KCL wasn't flowing enough, why would it have high pH?
The pH is of 11 and above.
I mean, do you think if it was lacking KCL, it would be low pH?
it's very basic. That means similar to ammonia, very alkaline.
So as of the second sample, so right now all the lines are working properly.
That's a good thing.
Have you checked it? It should be, but have you double checked that the hot water valve that flows into the mixer is open?
This is my job is so much more simple than this.
It just that would happen to be closed this morning, but if it's dosing the proper amount, it should slowly be gradually dragging the pH down, not up, as long as you're running panels with resist through.
Yeah, you gotta get the resist on there.
Yeah, I'd say so. Since you've taken a sample, I'd say spend 15 minutes running like dummy panels with resist through with the dosing normal.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
And if you don't see it start to jump down
That'd be a
by a
problem,
reasonable amount, if you don't see it jump down by like 0.1
Yeah, totally.
within 15 minutes of running
yeah.
panels with resist, then yeah, go ahead with a partial DNR.
That makes sense. He sounds
Okay, you can call me
so
back.
official right now.
Let me know how it's going if you're still struggling. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Dude, okay, so you sound so cool. You sound like their boss. You're like, listen, punk, run it with resist, and then do the DNR.
Yeah, well, one of the trick things with being an engineer is like you don't know all the answers, but you kind of have to pretend you do.
Yeah.
And, like guess and go with it.
That makes sense.
It makes it kind of stressful because like your boss wants answers and you don't know for sure, but you have to be confident with whatever you do
Yeah.
and deal with it if it doesn't work.
That makes sense.
It's not much different with IT.
Yeah.
Like, you have to kind of be the expert on everything, even with stuff that you don't know anything about.
Yeah.
And so you have to, like, quickly Google a bunch of stuff and go, until you get a basic understanding of it. And then explain to them, okay, this is how it works. And just teach them like you've been studying it your whole life.
Well, that's actually, I have a similar thing almost. I mean, it's the same principles. Because, I mean, I work in a kitchen deli type deal.
Right.
So, I mean, I have to deal with customers who need an answer very quickly.
Yeah.
So I actually need to know everything too. So that makes sense.
Yeah, that's one of the toughest
BSing stuff.
positions at work is the people who have to work with customers.
Yeah, man.
When something something might go wrong with the circuit board, the customer complains, and the person doesn't know what went wrong.
They need to know what's wrong. Yeah. And it's like when they want a certain salad and they ask you if it's in the back, and you know for a fact it's not in the back, and you have to go back there anyway and check so they're not mad at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that thing.
Yep, that's Omar.
Good times. Donald's just eating peanuts still. We have some trail mix here as well.
It's a great trail mix.
And you know what's great is we're talking, and then just in the background you hear oh, nuts.
I think that's
happening.
really stretching the definition of trail mix.
That's true. It's like a few sunflower seeds,
I
a
call
couple
it like
nuts,
a
and some
flax
raisins.
seed mix, kind of. I don't know what you even call it. Like, whatever
Mixed
you call sunflower
nuts.
seeds and flax.
It's
and peanut
severely
seeds.
lacking in Czech cereal.
Yeah,
Well,
It is.
There's no carbohydrates in there.
yeah. There needs to be
It's
bread.
just
It needs
nuts.
croutons.
You know what it needs?
Fiddle
Fiddle.
faddle.
Fiddle battle.
That's right.
Does your life need more fiddle faddle? Sponsored by Fiddle Faddle.
Yes, it does.
Donald goes straight for the fiddle faddle.
I'm doing it.
So really, they got a corner on the market because it doesn't matter whether you go for Fiddle Faddle or Crunch and Munch.
It's
Since
still
they sell
there.
both. That's
how they get you.
That's also the Nestle maneuver.
Yeah.
Own it all, so no matter which you go with, they
Mixing
still
it.
get your
It's a
money.
monopoly.
Yeah, don't even Coke and Pepsi are owned by the same company now. I think.
I think. Isn't there a parent? Is there a parent
I think
that
so.
owns them? I
Yeah,
feel like no one would own
Free
Coke.
will is an illusion,
No.
America.
Yes, let's go into company conspiracies. How about that? They're
Apple's gonna own the world.
or Google. Who knows?
No, Apple's gonna buy Google, and then
That's true.
and then they're gonna let Google take the reins. Like, okay, now you're going to help lead us to victory.
Skynet.
They already have all of our personal information. They
This is
probably
true.
sell it to the NSA.
Probably listening in on our phones right now.
They're probably listening
They
to this sweet podcast.
By definition, our phones are recording everything we say because it's listening for voice signals.
Mm-hmm.
And it listens to it, sends it to the server to crunch it to see if you're saying "Okay, Google" or something. So
There you go.
it's all recorded.
They're listening, guys.
Plus, there's probably
no.
There you have it.
they probably have an NSA agent that has to
I
listen
just
to every podcast.
I just assume that everything I've ever said is recorded by the NSA or whatever.
Yeah,
so
you
then,
know what?
and then I just don't worry
I'm
about
kind
it.
of okay with it.
I mean,
It was like,
Can't
if
really
they
get
haven't come
around
after
it.
me already, they're not going to.
Yeah, I don't do anything.
they have filters.
really
They say
bad,
this
so.
is an internet message sent out by 15 to 30-year-old
Huge nerds.
males with beards. That's probably a terrorist category. Loose enough.
That's true.
Terrorists.
Maybe Fiddle Faddle is like a code
Yeah.
for something else.
We're flagging their sensors.
Wow. Nice. That's amazing.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
That's some like narc's safe word is fiddle faddle.
Fiddle.
And Crunch and Munch is the name of the goods. Drop off some Crunch and Munch before the fiddle faddle get here and find us.
Before the fiddle faddle get here. That'd be terrible. The fiddle faddle. Rated R starts Friday.
It's like riff raff, fiddle faddle.
Yes, it's just like that.
Riff raff,
Street rat. Yes.
So
Snakes
Captain
on Patty
America
Whack.
Civil War.
Give it
How
on the
about,
bone.
how about that Captain America Civil War?
That was a good
It
movie.
was incredible.
That was
It was
actually
great.
really
Yep.
good, man.
Despite its lack of Incredible Hulk.
That's true.
It was still incredible.
Yep.
Who knew?
It's got Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
You had more
Ant-Man.
superheroes fighting than in any other
It was
Marvel
Avengers
movie
3.
that I've seen.
Everyone's kind of said that. It's
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
Avengers 3. It's really not a Captain America movie, but
And poor Black Widow.
is in there, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I have a stun gun, I guess.
It's unfortunate.
That's my superpower, a taser.
No, yeah, not quite as powerful as Vision, who has an Infinity Stone in his head. No big deal. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm glad Thor and Hulk weren't in it, because they would have been just too powerful, I feel like. Like, I mean, Vision was pushing it anyway, so.
Yeah.
But that's why they had Scarlet Witch in there, who could control him, kind of.
Which, they ever
Well, and
explain
then
how?
she's pretty powerful in her own right.
How is psychic manipulation able to stop an Infinity Stone?
Yeah, that's shaky.
Unless Vision, because his mind's built from the Infinity Stone, she can affect his mind, and the mind is the Infinity
I'm not
Stone.
sure.
That's possible.
Vision seems to imply that he doesn't have complete control over it.
That's true.
I mean, with an object that powerful, I'm not sure he can
It's
control
possible
it
that she was
completely.
controlling his brain, which couldn't then control the Infinity Stone. So it was just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
That's possible. But anyway,
But how does she control brains? Does she control, like, the electromagnetics?
I mean, yeah.
Or is
that
it more of,
goes-
like, a psychic thing? She can control, like,
I
thoughts.
feel like it's more psychic, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I think so too.
Yeah.
There's also just the fact that in all the comics, Vision and Scarlet Witch are a couple. And, like, get married and have kids and stuff, somehow. And, so, I mean, I think it's cool that they had them together doing something. 'Cause, yeah.
Is Quicksilver dead in the comics?
No, I don't think so. Oh, I'm sure that he does eventually, but everyone dies.
Did they ever even outright say that he was Quicksilver, though? I know
Yeah.
he's supposed to be, but
They said it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're siblings. Of course, he's Quicksilver, and he ran fast and he wore silver clothes. I'm guessing he's Quicksilver.
And he was the Flash. I mean, Quicksilver.
He's the Flash. I mean, Quicksilver. The Flash is way cooler than Quicksilver.
Yeah, that's the one thing DC did right is speedsters.
Yeah, the Flash might be
Alternate
my favorite superhero
timelines.
in general. Speaking of that's a really good
Green
show.
Arrow.
Flash is a really good show.
I think we said
Way
that in
better.
the last podcast.
Well, I'm saying it again. Flash is a good show.
That last episode.
Are you caught up with it?
Mm-hmm.
We're not.
I'm not.
Don't spoil it.
Wow, you're ahead of us. Okay.
Spoilers.
Awkward.
Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom and Zoom's Jay. That's cool. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Anybody who's not caught up on Flash,
Dude,
we're
you know what's
sorry.
awesome? I totally called that.
Yeah.
And Brian knows.
Yeah.
Like, it was episodes before that, and I'm like, I just said to Mom, like, I bet it's Jay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, it's totally gonna be Jay.
Actually, as soon as he killed Jay, I was certain it was.
You're like, it's gotta be Jay. Yeah. Good times. This is the spoiler cast for The Flash.
I'm gonna have to rewind it and put in the beginning spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible. Possible. What are some other things we can spoil?
Snape killed Dumbledore.
Well, you know. I'm actually sad that I knew that before I watched the movies.
Yeah, so that.
Yeah.
Because I read the book.
Yeah.
I almost want
I
to.
even knew before I actually read it, because someone told me.
Mm-hmm.
And I
The
actually
internet.
cried. Okay.
Dang the internet.
No, actually, no. a
You
person
can
told
cry.
me.
It's okay.
I was want to read the books
It wasn't
now.
them, man.
You know how many
It was
anime have made me cry? So many.
Only,
Too many.
only 2 anime have made me cry.
Yeah.
Canon and Clannad.
Canon
of
and
course.
Clannad. Classic. Yep. JoJo, I think, did one time.
JoJo. So everyone dies in
Oh,
JoJo.
JoJo.
Everyone.
Spoilers.
Yeah, it was near the end of Egypt arc.
Well, of course everyone dies. It spans so many years that
Yeah,
people will die of old age
Yes.
if they don't get
Unless
killed.
they're vampires.
Except Dio.
Except Dio.
He never dies. Donald is now out of the loop. It was
All you
fine.
need to
and then
know,
we started talking
they-
about JoJo.
JoJo beats Dio, but Dio doesn't die.
Dio lives on.
JoJo dies of old age, then his kid beats Dio.
Who's not really dead again.
Kid dies of old age. His kid beats Dio. Except not really.
Now I don't have to watch the whole story.
Yeah,
They got 9 whole JoJos.
You gotta watch JoJo.
9 or 8. What are they at now?
I think it's 8 only. Yeah.
You got 8 on your shirt.
Yes.
JoJo
I have
shirt.
8 on my JoJo shirt. Mm-hmm. They have not made a new one so far.
It's taking them so long. Hiatus ex hiatus.
Well, he's really wanting the anime to start catching
Yeah.
up because the
That's
manga
what
is
I
so
heard.
far ahead.
No, actually, I watched the Hunter x Hunter anime because everyone said like, oh, it's
Mhm.
they're like, Naruto, Bleach
People
said it was
love it.
bad, Hunter x Hunter's good, and I watched it and I wasn't that impressed.
Yeah, it's not good.
It was like it was actually kind of boring, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan, honestly.
I mean, maybe they avoid some of the terrible cliches that
Yeah.
Naruto One Piece has, but it was just kind of boring.
There's very few shonen anime I'm really into. JoJo's might be the only one.
If you can call it a classical shonen.
It's the original shonen that did it well.
It's JoJo's really the only series that I'm like into right now because I've finished all the other ones that I was
Well, yeah, it's
watching.
the only, like,
I'm not
long,
like currently watching
ongoing
any
one.
right
So.
now. So
Yeah, well, we're not into the super long anime. in
Is
general,
Full Metal
so-
Alchemist shonen? That is.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so. That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, because
Brotherhood-
again, there's
Brotherhood
a lot
especially.
more story, a lot less fighting.
I keep meaning to read that manga. I've only read the first few chapters.
Nisekai's good.
One of my favorite
It's my
shonens.
favorite shonen series. It is a shonen series.
Yeah,
This is not a fighting. It's not an action series. It's one of
shonen rom com.
Yeah, it's one of the rare shonen rom
which is all about tsunderes.
exactly many tsunderes.
And never, ever moving forward with
Yes.
love.
Yeah, exactly.
The definition of status quo is any shonen harem
It's
series.
basically The Simpsons of anime.
Yeah. The Simpsons of anime. Nisekoi. Sponsored by Nisekoi. Shonen Jump. Did you know they made there was a special thing in Super Mario Maker for a Chitoge sprite. The main
Is
girl
that
from
one? I saw
Nisekoi.
they released like a million special mushroom
Yeah.
costumes.
Yeah, and one of them was the main girl from Nisekoi in Mario Maker of all things.
Really?
I'm like,
Wow.
what the heck? This is weird, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
And someone went, "What is this Nisekoi garbage
What
doing
yeah,
in my
what is
Mario
this
Maker?"
trash? I'm surprised it wasn't like Love Live or something.
I was gonna say, you think it would be an idol series?
Yeah,
If they
exactly.
were gonna do something for white
That makes way
Japanese.
more
No,
sense.
it would be Idol Master because that's worse.
No, yeah, exactly.
Because
Donald is still so
everyone in
lost.
Japan is terrible.
We have
taste.
gone so far into anime that Donald is just
We've gone
very
down the
sad
rabbit
and
hole.
confused. Let's talk about Pokemon instead.
I was actually going to bring that up.
I was
we
about to.
can
We
all
were talking
relate.
about catching ghosts with devices. I'm like,
Like
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Oh, you're like
it.
perfect segue into Pokemon. Oh, never
But
mind.
I pulled
We've
myself
taken a
back.
very
I'm like,
different turn.
we're not gonna do that.
We're
We're not
not
gonna
doing
steer the
this.
conversation to Pokemon.
I'm not that
Not
far
again.
down.
Those starters, okay.
Those new starters.
Exactly.
Dude,
Rowlet,
Firecat.
Okay.
Rowlet.
Absolutely.
I love them all.
Rowlet.
I'll say I like them all.
Rowlet,
I
bow
really do.
tie,
Dude, Rowlet is amazing.
I always
Yes.
go with grass.
I don't know their
anyways.
names.
I never go with
Litten,
grass.
Rowlet,
And
Popplio?
Poplio.
Nobody cares. He sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not the best. Not the best.
And there's
I'm-
legendaries.
I'm
Litten,
expecting him
though,
to have a good evolutions, but whatever, we'll see. I'm gonna go with Rowlet, even though I don't like.
Although
grass
the
types.
typing is so bad too. Flying grass, really?
Yeah.
Hello, weakness to rock.
Starting with
Yeah.
Gen 2, the Fire Starter has been like the best in almost every game.
Yeah.
From Gen 2 onward. They were trying to.
I mean,
They
it's
had to
true,
make
but-
up for Gen 1, the Fire Starter
Poor
being the
Charmander.
weakest.
Litten does look really good.
Yeah.
I do love his design. But he's so cute. He's an owl. He's a bow tie. He's like perfect for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
He's like awesome, dude. So
I can't wait to see what their final forms look like.
yeah, exactly. Poplio's cute. He's just like
Yeah, he is
it's just
cute.
kind of a boring seal thing. It's like a clown seal, which
Yeah,
is
it's
kind of
nice.
nice.
So it'll be interesting to see what the final evolution
Yeah,
is for all of
definitely.
them.
And see if there's any other types.
Well, the problem with cute ones, especially like Rowlet, is like they can only go downhill.
Yeah,
Like
true.
their evolutions can't get there. It's already like kind of what you
Maybe,
want.
but maybe his third evolution is just like a really nice, like prestigious
Elegant.
owl or something.
Like Buttlowl.
yeah, like something super cool like that. So I mean, we'll see. The legendaries are radical.
Yeah. They are.
Like the sun one is really cool looking. I mean, he kind of just looks like Pyroar though. It's a very similar design.
It'd be a lot more.
But much
It's
different.
like a
More-
mega evolution of Pyro.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. And the moon one is interesting.
It is.
Yeah, it
It's,
seems.
it's bat-like.
Yeah, I need another picture. It was almost. I've seen it twice, but nice to have a better picture of it.
There's a lot to it.
Yeah, it's a
The
complicated
successor
design.
to the Zubat evolution.
Yeah,
line.
it's basically
There you
Mega
go.
Zubat. It looks like a Cresselia Zubat mix.
Yeah. It did remind me of Cresselia.
Oh, Moon, yeah, but yeah, they're probably kicking themselves now for making Cresselia. You're like, dang it.
Yeah. there's a
And Darkrai.
lot of leaks or fake leaks and
Fake
theories
mons and
and
stuff.
theories and stuff. A lot of people are saying that there's going to be 2 new EV evolutions, which I'm
Fakes are usually wrong.
I'm hopeful.
They say that all the time.
Yeah,
I
doubt
want it.
I doubt it.
It's a pretty
honestly.
easy leak to fake. Guess what, guys? There's going to be a new evolution. You got a coin flip of being right.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be awesome.
Steelion.
Yeah, Steelion. I'm guessing like a flying one or something, but
No, they
I
did
feel like
Fairy.
this
They should do
will
a more
be
exciting one this
fly
time.
heavy or something. Seems to be a lot of
Hawaii
flight
region
stuff
looks
already.
good. Actually, I like another thing people noticed in the trailer, the fact that now the trainers are on the instead of 2 floating circles,
Yeah.
it's the whole ground with trainers behind their
I
Pokemon
love that.
now.
That's super.
Going
Yeah.
back, they're catching up with N64 technology here.
Yeah.
Finally.
Good job, Game Freak.
Gusty.
There's also different health bars. They look totally different.
Yeah.
Style.
They
yeah.
get bigger.
They're like stylish. They're really cool looking. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Obviously.
Yes.
I'm a Pokemon
And
nerd.
GameStop has the boxes all lined up. You pre-order.
Yeah, nice.
Really?
Yeah, it has like just a white whatever in a black case with their
Just a pre-order
logo
thing.
on it.
Is it? When's it come
Yeah,
out?
nice.
September?
November 18th.
November.
18th.
Yeah.
Pretty
November
far.
18th, 2016. Sorry, Europe.
Sorry, Europe. Wrecked.
Because
Get wrecked.
they had
I
a,
blame the election.
Yes. I blame the
Whoever
election.
we elect as president, I'm blaming him for the late release.
Thanks,
of Sun and
insert
Moon.
I'm
name
pretty
here.
sure it's Greece's fault that Europe's getting it late.
Yeah. Thanks, Greece.
Hey, their economy is in really bad
Yeah,
shape.
it's not their
Okay, give
fault.
them a break.
They don't have time for Pokemon.
They're like, guys, we don't have any money. We don't have time for Pokemon.
We need to start a
more money."
fundraiser behind Pokemon Sun and Moon for the Greek children.
Those poor Greek children. Wow. There's a Kickstarter right there.
Although it drives me crazy that they take like 10% for GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm.
We saw because it was like someone was like they're raising money for for like a good cause, and GoFundMe's like, oh, we take 6% fee and also a 3% fee.
Like, bro, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, I assume there's some free alternatives out there. I'm sure someone's gone.
I think Indiegogo is a good one. I think they have a better policy.
What's the fees for Kickstarter?
Well, the problem with Kickstarter is if you don't reach your goal, you don't get anything.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Whereas Indiegogo lets you keep what you get, even if you don't hit your
Yeah,
goal.
which is kind of like GoFundMe, but GoFundMe takes 9%. So
Yeah.
don't use GoFundMe; they suck. Stealing money from charities.
It's pretty messed up.
Just make good content and have a Patreon account.
Yeah, exactly. Have a Patreon. I should get a Patreon.
Yeah, there you go.
Everyone's doing it.
I don't have the
these
fans
days.
to have a working Patreon.
What would you offer
I don't know.
for the different
You
levels?
send them like baked goods.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
send you muffins.
It's a lot of baking.
Shout outs. Free shout outs.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
it.
Bro fist on stream.
Bro.
Yeah, crap-based.
You get a 10-second long video chat with Nichosis.
10 seconds.
Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
All right.
See you later.
Cool, man.
Alright.
All right. Sick. I have a lot of ideas for merch, actually. Eventually, I'd like to
Just like teas.
get into that. T-shirts. I really want a mug. Nichosis mug would be awesome. I'm super into mugs. I don't know if you guys knew that.
No.
I'm super
Yeah, I
into
couldn't
mugs.
tell by
Yeah.
all the mugs you
Why
have in
don't
your
you know
cupboard.
that? You
We'll,
live
we'll
here.
pan the camera over to the cabinet.
That'd be awesome.
Yes, the non-existent camera.
Yes, my camera.
Well,
I could put that in the podcast.
If anyone hears
Oh,
the
okay.
abilities of echolocation, that's a question. Does echolocation work through a microphone? Like if you record it
Whoa.
and then play it? Well, I guess with surround sound, right?
Well,
no,
I
no,
think
actually, you
it
have to
would.
actively echo. No, it wouldn't work. You
No.
have to actively send it and bounce it back.
Well, yeah, because sound... Yeah.
So if there's a two-way system, though, if there was a mic and a speaker built in, and then it went through it and then back, would it work?
I don't know, because it's not coming from you, so you have to, like,
No.
judge your location based on
Well,
where the
'cause you
mic
send
is.
it at supersonic, but it is a noise wave, right? So microphones could be tuned to pick up any frequency.
Yeah.
And then if it was able to be transmitted, but the fact that it's
You're welcome.
gets stuck to one point, both times you'd probably lose the depth.
I just recorded. There you go. It's in the
Mugs,
video now.
all that
Cool.
anime mugs.
I have a lot of mugs.
Yes.
I have like a Legend of Zelda mug and like
Yes.
a Kingdom
Uh-huh.
Hearts mug.
But he doesn't have a
And you
Vortex
have a
mug.
hair tie in your ear.
I'm just messing with
on
stuff,
your
man.
ear.
Don't mind me.
He's seen what it would look like if he had plugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gauges.
Gauges.
One thing I would never do ever.
Yeah.
Hi, Donald.
Hi. It's not big, okay.
It's very small. I know.
If I took it out, it'd go away. And that's the way I like to keep it.
That's the way.
Just like,
I like
now I have
it.
to think something that can say just like that, then it's a great pun. Give me a minute. Rewind.
Hang
I'll
on.
title the
Give me
clever
a
pun.
second to come up with a joke.
So the joke is, I can take it out and it'll go away.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so something that makes a great pun with I can take it out and it'll go away.
Just like
Trash.
That was great.
yes.
10 out
There
of
it
10.
was.
Would listen to again.
There it was. There's the joke.
Chinese takeout, maybe?
There you go.
No.
All right. Take it out. It'll go away. Money from an ATM.
Just like last month's paycheck.
Yeah. Every paycheck. You get it? It's going. Adult life.
Your manager hands you your paycheck and then you just turn around and hand it to someone else.
Yeah, you might as
Oh,
well.
thanks.
Thanks, man. Cool.
Mainly the government.
Mainly the government.
Thanks, Obama.
It's
He
all your
invented
fault.
taxes.
You invented taxes.
Hey guys, remember when Obama invented
I
taxes?
can't believe you did that.
Sucks.
Classic Obama.
Classic Obama.
Speaking of capitalism,
Swabbing Cascade.
today I was like really wanting some fast food. So speaking of capitalism,
So you went and spent American
I
legal
went-
tender on food?
on food.
It's
Yeah.
just fiat money.
I did do that. It was really good. I was watching Good Mythical Morning, where they were just eating fast food and stuff. I'm like, man, I want a burger so bad. So I got up and I drove to Burger King and I got food and then I came back because I'm an adult and can do that now. Having a car is great. Man, their burgers are expensive, dude.
They are.
You have to use the.
They're good, but they're
You have to
expensive.
get the 10 chicken nuggets for $1.49.
Dude, those are horrible nuggets.
Yeah.
Especially compared to just McDonald's. And
Well, that's
stuff.
the thing. Like, the
Dairy
Whopper
Queen's
is
McDonald's
so
is
much better
good
than the
chicken
rest of
nuggets.
Burger
Yeah.
King's menu items, but it's also really expensive.
Yeah.
I'm honestly not sure Burger King stays in business. Probably
Yeah,
just
it's expensive,
location.
Huh?
Dairy Queen's expensive too.
Oh yeah.
But Dairy Queen is like, their blizzards are really good. Despite being, it's just soft serve.
Astronomically priced. Yeah.
Not just soft serve, guys.
It's just soft serve.
It's just soft serve and,
But
and
the
Reese's.
soft
And
serve
Reese's.
isn't that expensive
Reese's,
though,
we
compared to most
just
places.
Reese's. You know how many flavors we have?
Just Reese's.
Midnight truffle, soak pie. No, they're gone.
No, they're gone. You have nothing.
Well, so I looked up the Royal Blizzards, but there's not enough flavor options.
Oh, no. They have 3 new ones, but you can make any one of the blizzards we have already into a Royal Blizzard.
Oh, they don't
Whoa.
advertise that well enough.
Yeah, you don't. Get on that.
I don't watch the commercials.
You don't you own Dairy Queen? You can do
Totally.
this.
Because I'm like Oreos and it wasn't M&M.
Donald, president of
First
Dairy
off,
Queen.
M&M's and Blizzards, terrible idea.
Yeah,
Like,
bad
let's
co-
put rocks in people's Blizzards.
Yeah.
Yeah, M&M's is a terrible blizzard.
But so many people eat it.
The mini M&M's too. It's so bad. Like what? Who would
They're
order
so
mini
hard when they're
M&M's
cold,
in
man.
Blizzards?
That's
No, they're
actually why I
actually-
don't normally like Oreos in ice cream. Is because the Oreos are still too crunchy.
Yeah, I want them to
they
get
need
soggy.
to like be in the ice cream enough to be soggy.
That's why I love like Oreo cakes and stuff. They're usually really soggy,
Mhm.
so it's like really
Like the
good.
one last week.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, so Oreos are good, man.
Sponsored by D.
Sponsored by sponsored by a lot of things. We mentioned a lot of brands just now.
Don't
Dang.
sue us, guys.
Yeah, I mean this. The podcast is small
it's
enough
just free
where
advertising
we
for
can,
them.
we
Why
can
would
say
they
this
sue
kind of
us?
stuff. Later, we probably
Never
won't
know.
be able to say this so freely.
Oh, such
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
shills.
You never know.
Shills.
I was watching
Sponsored
a video
by
about
Oreos.
Pokemon. Someone's video got taken down.
That's
Nice.
YouTube. Nintendo and their copyright
Yeah,
laws
they're
for YouTube.
Very
Good job,
particular.
Nintendo.
Thanks, Nintendo. Thanks, Obama, for ruining Nintendo.
Dang it, Obama.
Did you guys hear about Nintendo going into film business now?
Yeah.
What?
That's very interesting. They're in talks with a lot of different studios trying to get into the film business,
Really?
making
Remember the
3D
Super,
animated films.
Remember the Super Mario Bros. Movie?
Yeah, that would really well. I think this is much different, thankfully. But they're making 3D animations of all their characters right now, and like to use in films and stuff. So hey, that'd be cool.
They already have 3D models of all their characters.
Right. I mean, yeah,
But
but like
more high poly.
movie types.
Like
I
Pokemon?
want a Mario movie. No, that's
They already make Pokemon
I know.
movies.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's animate. That's like anime though.
That was,
Yes.
This would be like
that was
3D
a joke,
animated.
guys.
stuff.
Something about a betraying shiny Gardevoir. That's the
Yeah.
new movie plot.
Betraying.
Yeah, like
Poor
that's.
Gardevoir.
Well, it's because it's in the new card set. It's gonna be coming out in the Steam Forge.
Oh, wait.
Then they have the traitor shiny Gardevoir, and it like damages its bench or something with its moves.
So I don't know how true it is, but supposedly there's talk about a real life Pokemon movie.
Real life,
Live action.
like
Yeah,
using
live
the
action.
real life Pokemon that are all
Yeah.
around.
Yeah,
Exactly. Live
using
action.
real Pokemon.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I mean, it could be good,
Or it could be very terrible.
or probably terrible.
Honestly, I think the WoW movie is going to be a good turning
looks
point
awesome.
in video game movies.
That's
Yeah,
very.
that one's
possible.
like Warcraft 1.
Yeah,
It's not even World of Warcraft.
Yeah, because I think there's because basically studios like they've been, and I think one of the studios that always makes terrible video game movies like offered it to Blizzard, and Blizzard turned them down.
They're like, no,
like,
you're
let's-
horrible.
Let's
Yeah.
actually like make good.
So Blizzard's like, we'll
Blizzard,
just do
Blizzard
it.
could afford
Yeah,
to
but-
say no. They're like, no, you know what? You're not good enough.
Have you seen the cutscenes in Diablo? Blizzard could make their own movie.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, it's a good idea.
It just to get that quality, they spent 8 years of development to get about 4 minutes of cutscenes. But
The cutscenes
those
in Warcraft
cutscenes-
3 would have been good enough to make an
Really?
animated movie.
man, those Diablo 3 cutscenes, they spent way too long animating them. Yeah, 4 years production, 4 minutes cutscenes.
Yeah.
But you can tell they spent 4 years on those cutscenes.
That's awesome.
Even put Final Fantasy cutscenes to shame.
Though, dude, that FF15 movie that's coming out looks so awesome. It's gorgeous, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that actually. So much.
So I'm looking forward to Heaven's Feel.
Yes.
Oh yes,
No more.
Oh, is it
Nerd.
confirmed?
it confirmed just 3 movies.
Nerd.
Yes. Everyone was
Thanks.
panicking they were going to make it one movie.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, please make it a multi-movie. Please make it a multi-movie. And they're like, 3 movies. And I was like, yes.
Going The Hobbit on it.
Yeah. Except people were mad that it was 3 movies there.
Yeah.
Dude, I like The Hobbit. I don't know.
Me too.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
The Hobbit's not a 20-hour book like Heaven's
Yeah.
Feel is.
Yeah. I haven't read The Hobbit, so I didn't know any better. So to me, it was fine.
Well, even if
Read
you
The
read The Hobbit, it was, I mean, it was filler.
Yeah.
So if you look at fillers and it's more content than I would have had without, it's good. If you look at filler as like you hate filler, then
Good filler is good.
well, admittedly the filler was made up romance story. So
Yeah. That was unnecessary,
Yeah.
but
as it usually is.
But most of the battles were also filler. Fighting.
That you just need for cinema usually. So.
Yeah, fighting down the rapids instead of like,
Yeah.
like in the book.
That's a good question.
In the book, they went down they got in the barrels, went down the rapids, got to the city. In the movie, massive battle the whole way down the rapids.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you seen any anime where you really enjoyed the filler? I'm curious because I know you've seen a lot more than I have. I should ask Ben this question.
Some like one of the railgun filler.
Oh yeah,
was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I haven't heard good things about the railgun anime overall.
If you like moe crap, it's good.
Railguns.
Yeah, I'd say.
Well,
it's
I
not-
love
it's-
the
not-
manga. I love the manga, but I haven't heard good things about the
Really?
anime compared
Not
to
the second.
manga.
People don't like the first one as much. The first part 1, but part 2, people generally review positive that I saw because it is the best filler.
I honestly didn't finish it, so the anime. I'm having a hard time thinking.
Yeah, because normally in anime I hate filler.
I'm sure there's ones I've.
Did Full Metal Alchemist have filler?
Yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist did.
The entire second half of the anime.
Well,
Brotherhood did not.
you're gonna be that way.
I'm only kind of exaggerating.
You know what? Haruhi Suzumiya and the Endless Eight. Because in both the novel and the manga, the Endless Eight was only like 2 chapters. Whereas in the anime, it's literally 8 episodes of the same thing. But
Okay, yeah, I can agree.
but
with
I
that.
liked it.
Yeah.
I personally like the Endless Eight. I'm one of the few who do. So I would say that.
Well, I feel like slice of life anime are probably the best candidates for filler because you can just
They're
make
mostly filler.
more of those characters doing what they do.
They're just filler in general.
yeah.
Every episode.
Yeah.
Every episode.
So Yudo Yuri has really good filler
Yeah.
because that has episodes that were not in the manga but are very enjoyable. So yeah, I would say Yudo Yuri was a good one. I just love slice of life anime in general though.
Yeah.
Because I'm like that. Yep. Donald, what anime have you seen?
Donald doesn't watch filler.
Summary all the anime you've ever seen, other than Pokemon.
Okay, so Fairy Tail, Dancing
Ugh.
Vampire Blonde.
Fairy Tail's good for the first bit.
That's true.
I find
Just like Naruto and Bleach.
Yeah, Naruto's really good. At the
Naruto was
start.
really good at the beginning. I
Yeah,
agree.
it was.
I'll agree.
Absolutely.
Even up until the tuning exam is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up to and through the tuning
Yeah,
exam
totally
for
agree.
me. Like,
Well, unfortunately, that's all I remember about Naruto.
Exactly.
well,
His
let's see.
rose-colored glasses.
The Rock Lee versus Gaara fight was like the
so
last good
legendary.
part of Naruto. After that, it just goes all downhill. And then with Bleach, I actually really enjoyed the first.
We're just
60
going into Naruto
episodes.
discussions now.
Well, we're talking about.
Let's see.
But have you seen Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes, I've watched some of that.
I've mostly seen
I
Yu-Gi-Oh!
still have-
Abridged.
I
Oh,
still-
Yu-Gi boy! Woo.
I still have cards.
Teen Titans?
Teen Titans. That's a good.
That's
That's, my
not an
favorite.
anime.
That's my favorite anime.
No, like,
Anything that was on the WB
Attack on
Kids
Titan?
counts as anime.
Really?
Not if it's made in
Garbage.
America.
Attack on Titan is garbage. Continue.
American cartoons are not anime.
It is.
Then
It's
are,
horrible.
then are
Even though
you then
they-
are you watching Kabaneri?
Even though in Japan
What's
they would
what's
call it
called?
anime because
The
that's their
weird
word for
ripoff.
animated
Attack on Titan.
content.
Well,
but
it's
still.
the same people making
Yeah,
it,
it's
so
exactly
it's not a
the
ripoff. It's basically Attack on Titan fillers
Yeah,
with
it's
different
a new
characters and
series.
plot. But
the same plot.
I watched
so.
the first episode of it. I didn't watch any more, but if you like Attack on Titan, you'd really like it because
I mean, yeah.
made by the Attack on Titan people. It's just Attack on Titan 2.
Again,
All the Titans are small and zombies,
smaller Titans.
but
More
otherwise
attack on more Titan.
Attack on small Titans.
To attack
on
two
train.
Titans.
Attack on
Attack
train.
on Titan
Too fast,
Tokyo.
too furious.
Attack on Titan Tokyo.
Tokyo
Drift.
Guys, we gotta drift away from the Titans.
Drift.
No, speaking of Tokyo Drift, what's it? The TV show now? Rush Hour TV
Yeah,
show.
Rush Hour TV
what?
show.
Rush
It's
Hour without
terrible.
Jackie Chan?
what?
Or Chris Rock.
Yeah, they
Or
made a
Tucker.
Rush,
Sorry, Chris Tucker.
they made a Rush Hour TV show, but it doesn't have Jackie Chan or Chris Tucker.
Yeah, so
Well,
it's
that's
not
stupid.
good.
So it's not Rush Hour.
That's stupid.
Every show should have Jackie Chan in it.
I know, right?
Jackie Chan, Morgan Freeman.
Jackie Chan
every show.
Adventures.
Jackie Chan Adventures was
That was
awesome.
good.
Oh, it's my favorite.
I loved that
It was
cartoon.
That's
that-
my favorite anime.
That's an anime, right? That
No,
was-
it's not.
No.
Was that made in America?
Yeah.
It was. But it was very good. Classic.
Sword Art Online.
Sword Art
One
Online was
and
good.
two.
Okay, that one's good.
That's good.
I'll give you that one.
Durarara.
That's good.
I haven't
Novels
finished
are
that
really
one yet.
the novels are great.
I haven't actually seen it.
The light novels are finally out in America.
I haven't seen all
They're
of
very
it.
good.
I watched 4 episodes on
It's cool.
Netflix. It wasn't bad. I just had other things to watch.
Some good characters and stuff.
Vampire Academy.
Classic vampire series, not good, but okay, continue.
Yeah, classic Rosario X Vampire.
Yeah, there you go. There's a good vampire series.
Rosario plus Vampire.
Did you
I've
see
seen
that?
some of that.
Yeah. You've seen a lot of vampire.
That was one of the early enemies I watched.
Have you
when
seen
I was
Dragon Ball
like,
Z?
Yes.
Okay, good.
more
Some-
importantly,
everyone's
Dragon Ball
seen
Z
some of it.
abridged.
Yeah, that's much better.
Dragon Ball Z plus,
I've seen
well,
some-
even
I've
classic
seen
Dragon
some
Ball Z is
Gundam.
amazing.
Gundam. I love me some Gundam.
Which Gundam though? There's so many.
The
There's a lot.
Gun,
Well,
that
uh,
one Gundam
it's-
anime.
Been like 10
That
years.
one Gundam anime.
Gundam Wing.
Gundam Wing, yeah. That's
Gundam
the best
Wing.
one.
Okay, that's like the
So good.
classic.
So good.
It's not the original, but
You know
it's
the newer ones
the
are actually
classic
pretty good.
Alno Zero is
Yeah.
my
The
favorite
new
Back-
Gundam.
during the Gundam Seed days, I just didn't hear anything
Seed
good
was-
about it,
Seed
and
was
so I
terrible,
was
yeah.
just convinced that there will never be another good
The
Gundam
newer ones
series.
are pretty good. The
So-
new one, Iron Barreled Orphans, is good.
Yeah.
Iron Barrel Orphans.
I know it's such a good name.
That's a
All
pretty
this
metal
new
title.
all the new Yu-Gi-Ohs.
When I rewatched Gundam Wing, I
Yeah.
forgot how political
Wait,
it gets.
new Yu-Gi-Ohs?
I mean,
Yeah.
Is that the one
It's
where they play
not
card
real
games on
politics,
motorcycles?
obviously.
No,
But, you know.
even newer. It's in space now.
What?
Yeah, no, not kidding.
I stopped paying attention after.
I'm not
XD,
kidding.
Whatever it was.
5Ds.
Whatever.
What
the
are
one with
Ds?
motorcycles.
What do the D's stand for?
Where they have a
You don't
an
wanna
academy
know.
now, and I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Little Pretty Bun needs to make more episodes.
I stopped buying cards.
He did make one not too long ago.
Mhm.
Like within the last 2 months.
All right, continue. Was that it?
I'm sure there's a few.
Is
more.
that your Mal list?
This Crunchyroll.
You just have Crunchyroll open.
Yeah.
Dan,
Gotta get your
how am I
mouth.
supposed to watch anime on a sushi?
So okay, what's stupid?
What is stupid? Tell me.
Fairy Tale.
Yes,
I know you don't.
I
like
agree.
It. I don't care.
I agree.
No. So season 1 it goes from episode 1 to 12, and it skips all the way to episode 49.
Why?
I don't know.
That's weird.
I list where I watch anime, but I can't do it on this podcast. Get banned.
I've been watching
not
anime since
legal.
I was like 11, so I've got.
I use Crunchyroll. They're cool.
Yeah, though I do pay. I do
Oh, that
sub.
stupid
I
ad.
sub to Crunchyroll. You got to sub. Support the official release, man.
Yeah.
But Crunchyroll
Why?
doesn't have everything.
They do have a lot of good stuff. They have JoJo, so
They have a lot.
that's
of,
what's important.
well, I mean, they're the number one,
Yeah.
followed by Funimation, and then probably
They're
Netflix,
Ichiban?
and then Hulu.
Hulu has a lot of anime.
Yeah.
They have way more than Netflix.
Back in my day in college, Hulu was free
hmm
and like didn't have commercials.
Dude, remember
I remember, yeah, dude. When
when we
Hulu was
watched
new, it was
when
amazing.
we watched what's it called? School Rumble on Hulu.
Man, School Rumble's so good.
And we had to watch this stupid intro and outro before each video.
Classic.
That was before we learned better.
Better ways to watch anime.
Yes.
I bought the DVD of every School Rumble episode, all seasons and OVAs.
Oh, including the very
Not
end?
the season 3 OVAs.
Oh, okay.
Those aren't in America at all.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so
they
lame.
they just dropped it.
Yeah, we had to find the Japanese,
Which
and
was
I don't
really
think
hard
they
to
were.
find.
Yeah,
Yeah. The manga closes it up pretty well though.
yeah.
So
GX.
GX, my favorite. It's my favorite series.
Jade and Yuki.
Jade and Yuki.
Is Yugi Moto even in it anymore?
No.
That's stiff.
Seto Kaiba makes a cameo. Because Kaiba Corp's still. a thing.
Yu-Gi-Oh died. How's
Yugi
Yu-Gi-Oh
dies.
die?
That's
How does Yu-Gi-Oh die?
Wait, why am I asking? Obviously, he gets banished to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
obviously.
Yugi.
That's the whole list.
Was that it? Was that it?
That's all the animes you've seen.
I've seen some Digimon.
I mean, have you seen Full Metal Alchemist and Steins Gate
I've seen-
yet?
Wow, Steins
I've
Gate,
seen
man.
some Full Metal Alchemist.
Steins Gate is
I even
so
had
good.
one of the games for PlayStation.
Oh,
2.
there
I
you
don't
go.
remember what it was.
Now you know the whole story.
So
Then.
I'm like,
Man, I would love to go through all the anime I've seen.
I watched one of the full.
It would take a long
I,
time.
I gave up updating my anime list.
Yeah.
I still have an
It would take
I
a
still have a
long
mostly
time.
updated list, and it's not like crazy long because I don't tend to start series and then not finish them.
I do.
Well,
I
I do with
I have a
the
bad
I do with,
tendency to
well,
do
with,
that.
with seasonal stuff. You have to.
Well, that's the thing. I don't ever watch seasonal anime.
Well, I watched the first episode of like 10, and then the second episode of like 6, and the third episode of like 4, and then I watched like 2 or 3 to the
I just
end.
asked my friends, "Hey, in the last 5 years, have any good anime come out?" And then I watched those.
And we're like,
Then-
yeah,
then-
JoJo.
Then they said
Yeah.
Madoka Magica. It's a great slice of life.
Yeah.
Kawaii.
Yeah.
I still want to watch
Slice of
that.
life.
I still haven't watched that.
Yeah.
Madoka Magica.
Yeah.
Kawaii.
What are you
Slice of
doing
life.
here?
Heaven's Lost Angel.
Go watch
Very
it.
in-
What is that?
Heaven's Lost
Anime.
Property.
Oh yeah, property.
Heaven's Lost Prop.
Yeah.
You watch Sorno and Toshimono? Bro,
Yeah, I haven't finished it, but yeah.
you shouldn't.
You watch bad anime.
You
I
should.
see.
Yeah.
You shouldn't finish it.
It's been a while since I watched that.
Yeah, me too.
Someone tried to abridge that. Oh,
Anime.
it was Scourge Master.
Yeah, it was bad.
And it was just the first
It's just the
episode,
show.
but
Yeah.
slightly shorter and not really any funnier.
That series isn't a bridge series of itself.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
started watching Angel Beats.
Oh, Angel Beats is
good.
so good. I love
No.
Angel Beats.
No, sorry, Angel Sanctuary.
What is that?
That's not Angel Beats.
Not Angel
I don't
Beats.
think I've ever heard of it.
Therefore,
Angel
probably
Sanctuary.
not as good. But I wouldn't know because I haven't seen it. So
Actually, yeah, that's right. It's not even on here. Or maybe it is Angel Beats.
Burst Angel? Deanne Angel?
I liked D and Angel. It was interesting.
Yeah, that was fine. It's a little too teen.
Oh, okay, so it was
whatever.
Angel
Yeah.
Beats that I started watching.
But you know,
Angel
when I
Beats?
first watched it, I was like 15. So
Yeah. Classic. It's a heavy show.
Back when you could watch the Pokemon anime unironically.
Yeah.
no, by the time I was 15, I was done watching. I haven't watched the Pokemon anime since I was like 12.
A couple of people have posted a couple XY episodes that have like really well animated battles because apparently they have a budget now.
Yeah.
Well,
it's true.
I
XY
haven't
is pretty
seen. I haven't seen anything Johto and Onward. I only saw
Damn.
Kanto era stuff in the anime.
most people
That's
won't
how long
watch
it's
it.
been
It
since I
just
watched
drags
it.
on mostly. I mean, yeah, who's gonna watch?
It's all about the Indigo Plateau. Yeah.
The only Pokemon movie I have seen
Pokemon
was the
Origins.
first movie.
Yeah. Which is called the first movie.
Right.
Because they knew they were going to make $1 million.
Yeah.
And I think they make a ton of money. I think they sell
Yeah,
tickets
they do.
like hotcakes in Japan. Or maybe it was because they always include like a Pokemon or a card with the tickets.
Yeah.
They pull
Very
up,
smart.
they pull an idol a concert with that. Where
Yeah,
you get
exactly.
the concert tickets with the
That
Blu-ray.
one 30-year-old guy who's in line just to get the card.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they can get away. They could do that here and make. a
And then
bunch
the
of money.
other 30-year-old
Why
guy
they
who's there to
don't?
watch the movie unironically.
Especially if you come over
enjoy it.
here, in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Pokemon here.
It's true.
Yeah, pretty nerdy here in the Northwest.
We need Pokemon Center. Talking to you, Tokyo.
What?
I mean, they have one in Washington, one of the mobile ones in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Nature's
Washington gets all the cool stuff.
marijuana. No, we have marijuana now too.
Everyone has that.
Yeah.
Suck at Washington.
Is that what cool stuff is to you?
I'm trying to think what Washington has.
We need to have a talk, Andrew.
Andrew.
What is it for Washington that we don't? Fireworks.
Fireworks.
Yes, I do have.
True.
They have fireworks that are illegal here. That are
Very illegal here. Speaking of, we're doing 2 firework chants this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'll be awesome.
2 different locations.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna take the whole week off of work and just help with the fireworks channel a lot.
I can't take off the day of work in all of 2016 up until August.
Did they tell you that?
No, so I can have enough days off for the honeymoon. I
To
literally
go
have
to camp.
Oh, right.
I have exactly enough days if I didn't in all of 2016 can take a single day off until August.
Wow.
Like I can't take a single day off for all these.
I can
short
probably
days
take
off.
1 day off before August, maybe 2.
I could take a couple.
Because despite all the great knowledge I display in those phone calls, 2 weeks of vacation a year.
Wow.
Vacation plus sick. 2
That is
weeks.
very, very small.
Thanks, Obama.
I have more
Thanks,
sick time
Obama.
than I do vacation time right now because I never call in sick.
Mm-hmm.
I could take off an entire week sick if I had to. If I was sick, I mean.
Ours is weird because it's all combined.
Yeah,
So-
mine's combined.
I would
too.
prefer it
2
to be
weeks
combined
2 weeks
if
total.
I still got the same amount.
Yeah, we don't get any extra though, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 2 weeks combined.
But that's nice because then you
Better
don't
not
have
be sick.
PTO just sitting around unused because you don't get
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, I have coworkers who have like almost 200 hours of PTO. And I'm like, take a day off, weirdo.
Yeah. If I had that much,
It would
you
take
bet
me
I'd be
3
taking
years
time
to
off.
build up 200 hours of PTO.
I probably wouldn't do anything.
Does
Oh,
your
yes,
PTO
time
roll over though into the next year?
Like
not?
100 hours does.
Take
Oh,
some time off, man. Relax.
I don't know, maybe if I had a job like you.
I got up to get some pretzels. Hang on. It's behind the microphone.
So.
You guys hear that?
Speaking of pretzels, I was just reading about
Yes.
Jesus feeding 5,000 with the
Isn't that awesome?
with like the equivalent of about a bowl of pretzels.
That's true, dude. It's amazing.
And this was that bread gluten free?
Yeah, Jesus.
well, they were Jewish, so there's a good chance it was unleavened.
That's true.
It might not have been because they also had leavened bread sometimes, but
Well, not during Passover stuff.
but yeah, not during Passover.
Well, actually, well,
Well, I guess the Passover didn't start until like right before.
Well, no,
he
because
died,
remember
huh?
because
So okay.
yeah, it was probably 11 though, because when Jesus said, "Beware of the feast." These to the Pharisees and the disciples were like, "Oh crap, our bread has yeast in it."
Yeah.
So
He's like, guys, that's not what I meant,
So-
but
so-
okay.
so-
Yeah.
the disciples did carry around leavened bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Casuals.
true.
Casuals. The classic disciples.
The disciples of Jesus, casuals.
Well, that's probably what the Pharisees were thinking.
Yeah,
essentially.
seriously.
Yeah.
Like when they were plucking the
Mhm.
wheat during
Yeah.
on the Sabbath.
They're Sabbath casuals.
Sabbath casuals. Even though they break this in the Sabbath also.
It's interesting to hear the rules they made up.
Mm-hmm.
Like the going into some of the historical context, and you can read about all the rules they made up,
I'm actually.
and then all the workarounds they made up. Like every mile they'd like stick one of their sandals or something, so they're never technically a mile away from their house. They made up their own ridiculous rules, and then made up loopholes to their own rules that they.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning about early schisms in the church. Extra History is doing a series on that, and have you been seeing it?
No,
Oh, okay.
but I do like that stuff.
Sometimes it's really stupid what the church will split
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Like there was a group of people that believed that Jesus was only ever a spirit and never had a physical body, which is very much
completely
wrong.
wrong. Yeah, okay.
But there was a split in the church
Over that.
because of that. And then
Well,
Did they
you have-
did they try reading the Bible?
well, okay, then you have one where
Awkward.
it's,
well, the New Testament hadn't been written yet.
True,
you
but
also had the one where it's is Jesus one whole being or two beings in one thing?
Well, there was
was
the
a
thing
split
about
for
the
that,
Trinity, because they couldn't decide. They couldn't decide whether they were three separate beings or the same being or how that all worked, and they couldn't. And there was another schism over whether Jesus was equal to or greater than God. And yeah,
Yes.
and that's
which we all know now, but
one of the primary contributors to the fall of the Roman Empire.
yeah.
were these schisms in the church. And Constantine is just like, guys, just figure it out, okay? We'll have a meeting. We'll get every priest from everywhere together, and we'll just talk about it, and we'll figure it out, okay? So I can get back to building my empire.
And they're like, no.
I'm gonna go build this city and name it after myself, and it'll be one of the longest lasting cities in the world.
Nope. Then you get the Eastern Orthodox Church, part of the
Yep.
Byzantine Empire.
Yep.
And just keep going down from
Byzantium.
there.
Russian Orthodoxy.
Then you get the Lutheran Church, then it goes to the Methodist Church,
Now
Church
here
of
we are.
England,
The Quakers.
Quakers,
Like the oatmeal.
the Amish.
For years, I had no idea that Quaker oatmeal was about.
What?
was Quakers.
Really?
Yeah.
It's basically racist, but the Amish aren't going to sue anyone, so they get away with it.
Yeah, so it's fine.
I mean, Amish isn't a race, but, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, listeners. You're smart people.
Get mad at us in the comments, please.
Say something.
Triggered.
I'm triggered. I'm Amish, I'm triggered. Why are you on YouTube?
Busted.
Busted. Crap. Even Ezekiel thinks that my mind is gone. I'm a man of the land.
Amish paradise.
So
Speaking of some of the greatest artists of our age.
yeah, Weird Al Yankovic.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
Man. Quality stuff. Is there anyone who doesn't like him?
I know, honestly. I don't think I've ever met somebody who didn't like Weird Al
It's
Yankovic.
terrible.
And even like all the artists mostly like him.
Yeah.
Except apparently Prince.
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
it
I
don't
read
matter,
it.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
I was reading, like, I didn't even really know who Prince was until he died, but then you heard some fun facts about him.
Supposedly
out-
he was a Jehovah's Witness.
that's why he died, so he didn't like Weird Al Yankovic.
He was smoked. Wait, did we ever find out what happened to him?
There's a lot of theories.
They're keeping it under wraps.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is he died.
Probably got Michael Jackson.
A lot of people think that. Like the doctor did it or something.
Michael Jackson came back from the dead to kill Prince.
Oh my god.
In my Bible, it also has a short history of the Bible itself.
I thought you were going to
That's so
say
meta.
The canon.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to say something about Prince.
Yes. My Bible says something about Prince.
This is how Prince will die.
You know, we could play a Barrel of Monkeys game with these pretzels.
Dude, we totally could. Look at that. That wouldn't be very good for a audio only podcast though.
That's why you have color commentators.
I'd love to do a video.
Brian would have a good voice for
Eventually.
commentating sports.
Yeah. We gotta get videos in.
I need to
So
get a
I've been
better
told.
camera. I don't want to do it just on my iPhone. Plus, it'd be my phone wouldn't be able to hold over an hour of video.
Yeah. I've actually done some
Yeah, Best
voiceover
Buy.
work at my job now.
Decent price ones.
For like
I'd have to spend money.
Yeah.
tutorials and
It'll take a
stuff.
second.
For like
No,
new software.
we're
or-
doing. It's like an ad basically for our product.
I record my voice all the time.
Cheapest free toys. Buy our toys. Army toys. Great.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it'd be fun to go into broadcast.
Well, here you are. Almost.
It's pretty professional
wait,
with the
wait.
microphone.
This is really
The
nice.
fish
microphone.
was delish, and I'm
Right.
quite a dish. I love just college radio.
I think we could take an entire podcast just quoting Homestar Runner.
Probably.
The
Amazing.
Great Schism.
The Great Schism.
That schism thinks
There
it's better
there
than
was
the
more
other
than one
schisms.
schism.
Well, yeah, but the first one is the East and West they split. It's known as the Great Schism. It was in 1054. The 11th century.
That's fun.
Yeah, good old Dark Ages. Mm-hmm. We get great things like
Good old Dark Ages.
we get great things like Trebuchets and Monty Python
That's true.
and Age of Empires 2.
Which was truly the greatest gift of the Dark
That's all that
Ages.
matters.
How about them Crusades?
Nice.
Their Extra History did a special on the Crusades, and the line that you heard over and over again, which just got funnier every time they did it, was, "Why let blank ruin a good crusade?"
Ruin a good crusade. Just keep going.
Why let a little murder ruin a good crusade? Why let a little pillaging ruin a good crusade?
Yeah, good old English royalty.
Well, that's the thing. Like the first crusade was like all mostly peasants.
Peasant's Quest.
It wasn't until I think the third crusade that had like all the kings and
France, I think there's
France.
Scotland.
And Crusades write about great things like Indiana Jones, Last Crusade.
Mm-hmm. The best movie.
I think Indiana Jones 4 is the best.
Mm-hmm. Love Crystal Skull.
Mm-hmm. Shia LaBeouf,
Yeah, he makes every movie better.
Aliens.
no,
Just do it!
like what? Donkey Kong and the Legend of the Crystal Coconut.
That's the best Indiana Jones movie. Hey, little buddy.
Cranky Kong.
Cranky wasn't even in that one.
So good.
No, it's-
Yeah, it was.
So much better. Oh,
Very, very momentarily, yeah.
uh,
It's the best movie of all time, man. Don't ever forget that.
Speaking of
Donkey
Nintendo
Kong
making
hits
new
his head,
movies,
and then they
Yeah.
convince him that he's one of
Donkey
the,
Kong.
That Danky King.
Donkey Kong.
What is Danky King? Legend of Zoraldo.
Sonic, gotta go fast.
Dude, there's a Sonic Monopoly. I need to get that.
Really?
Yeah. For some for
you roll 4
it
dice
super fast
every
game?
turn.
I hope so.
So,
for my
roll, house roll 4
That would be
dice
awesome,
every
dude.
turn.
So for my birthday, my girlfriend got me Pokemon Monopoly and Zelda Monopoly. Because I
Like
love.
the classic Pokemon Monopoly?
No, there's a new one.
Okay, they
It's just
remade it.
Kanto. It's really cool, actually. So I'm like super happy. 'Cause I love Monopoly. Fun
And
fact:
Huckman.
I love Monopoly and Zelda. And
I read a
Pokemon.
strategy article on how to always win Monopoly.
Just grab everyone's money. I win.
Dude, play really well.
The one time
Well,
I
get
won
the
Monopoly
railroads.
is I just owned every red and yellow property and waterworks
Death
and
row.
electric company. That's all I needed.
It turns out the trick to winning is house lock. If depending on people who don't know, you're not allowed to go over the house limit. So you just don't upgrade hotels and buy all the houses. Then no one else can legally buy houses,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and then you just win because they're all stuck without houses.
wow.
There you go.
Wall Street.
And if they can't upgrade to a hotel without having houses to trade in.
Yeah, I have a ton of house rules and stuff, which are actually really fun. My dad came up with a
You can
A whole
you can
rule
slap
set.
someone if you land on their spot and owe them at least $1 million. Screw you. Oh, so you had a whole set of rules.
yeah, like it wasn't just like a couple of house rules. It was like a whole thing.
It probably made the game better.
It makes it way better. That's like why I love Monopoly.
Yeah, the base rules of Monopoly actually
Yeah, it gets boring.
really.
Yeah,
After the
honestly, even
first
with
2
our
hours.
house rules, I still kind of get bored with Monopoly.
Well, you don't love Monopoly.
Well, no,
I
that's
just
true.
really like Monopoly. So
There's also such things as like good board games out there.
I like Risk,
dang.
but it goes really long, and very few people have the patience to play a full game of Risk.
There's good board games
Well,
out there. Like,
Magic
Eclipse
the
just had another
Gathering, the board game.
expansion. So my friends are gonna play it next
No.
weekend
Oh, yeah.
probably. Eclipse is a great,
Not in this
that's a fun
house.
board game.
Never played it.
Well, yeah, it's a one you'd only find if you actually went to a board game store.
I have to get that.
I go to rainy day often.
I've never played
Yeah,
Magic
you do
the
go rainy
Gathering,
day.
and I
Just
never
not-
will.
Yeah, Eclipse is a fun one. It's kind of like resource management, build spaceships, upgrade your spaceships, shoot other people's spaceships while moving around space, discovering planets.
Space.
Space, basically, it's a good one.
Space.
You wear your space pants.
Space pants.
You should bring it over. We'll play it.
Time Story is another fun one. It's a board game that's slightly they make it like it's like a bit D&D-ish, but they make it more narrative based and kind of mystery solving. It's fun.
So are we going to 8 or 8:30?
Let's go to 8.
Okay.
It is.
Quick,
Why are you begging
Fine.
for it to stop, Brian?
I'm not.
Okay.
60 seconds. Okay, say everything important now.
Don't forget to have your pet spayed and neutered.
Sponsored by Price is Right.
Sponsored by Price is Right. Thanks.
Come
Drew.
on down. Dun, 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 dun.
Thanks, Drew Carey.
Drew Carey. Oh, I haven't watched it since Drew Carey happened. He was probably good.
It's cool. I love Drew Carey.
I
He's
just-
a Spirit-filled Christian, you know.
I just don't have a
He's an
TV,
awesome dude.
so unless it's on Netflix.
Cool guy.
Because you live in a cave.
We should do a whole
Man
video.
cave.
I know where you
We
live.
should do a whole video podcast where we just play board games. Play full board
Well,
games.
if you do D&D, you could.
Curious, I think
There you
I've
go.
seen that show on YouTube before.
What?
I have a starter set for D&D.
I've seen Twitch. Twitch is a D&D channel.
Oh yeah, nice.
Mm.
That makes
starter
sense.
set. I have 2
That makes
sets of
sense.
dice.
We can play Pokemon.
Pokemons.
But
I would love to play a game of D&D.
Yeah.
It's fun. Assuming you have a fun. It's all about how fun your gym is. If,
I've never played, but I'd love to
Yeah.
play one.
like I can jam. If you have a gym who just wants to have fun,
Yeah.
I mean, generally D&D is it's just
It's for fun.
it's for fun. It's not like a
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I don't want to play the like super serious hardcore
Yeah.
D&D. I want like
almost no one
Yeah.
plays.
I want the hilarious, like, people are doing
Ridiculous.
ridiculous things and rolling really well and getting to, and accomplishing them.
And that's generally why you have characters. By definition, is you're forced. The whole point of D&D is you're supposed to do what your character would do, not what you, as a person seeing the board, knows is best.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be doing what you're either stupid or prideful or
Or troll.
It's almost acting. Yeah.
yeah. Like most characters, you generally pick a flaw for, and then
Yeah.
they have a flaw, so it's always screwing stuff up. It's fun.
I just read a list earlier of like just out of context D&D quotes, and they were quite
Yeah.
hilarious, including ones like "I tried to seduce the lock." Yes. Many fun things you can.
You can do. That's the point. You can do literally whatever you want,
Yeah.
and you just roll a dice for it.
Yep.
That's D&D core mechanic. You try and do anything you want. GM guesses how hard it is, and you roll for it.
Mhm.
And no matter how hard it is, you have a 1 in 20 chance of succeeding.
Yep.
It's awesome. Hey, look, more fun things we can do. But with that, I think we will end it.
All right.
Thank you guys for listening to this podcast, I guess.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you for playing. We still don't have a way to sign off.
We gotta work on that.
We're gonna work on that. Okay, bye. Everyone say bye really loudly.
Bye.
Bye.
Next time on
Next time
on Nichosis
on Dragon
Podcast.
Ball Z.
Stay tuned to find out.
spoiler alert, there's probably gonna be pretzels involved.
Probably gonna be pretzels involved.
They'll be even staler than this week.
Because it'll be the same ones.